What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here. As you see, I'm going to speed through this video as fast as I possibly can. I need to get back to gaming here. So it looks like Microsoft had their actual event today, and they announced two things that gamers need to be aware of. Number one is for PC gamers. Now, they mentioned a couple of things here. Number one, Windows 10 will have game DVR function built in. That's right. Windows 10 will have game DVR functioning built in. Very similar to the way that Xbox One has it. So that's actually pretty damn good. I mean, not that it really matters, because I mean, you have that if you have Shadow Play, which is pretty much exclusive for Nvidia and as well as other things. But you know, nonetheless, it's always good to have an extra one if you don't have an Nvidia card. So what it'll do is it'll also go ahead and send whichever clip that you go ahead and get. It'll send it either to the Xbox One app, the new Xbox One app. For the record, it's actually pretty much the whole social network that comes with Xbox One now on PC. So with that in mind, I can go ahead and write things to it, and I can go ahead and send things to it as well. So that's actually pretty good. That's actually a good job, Microsoft, that you actually did that here. So yeah, you now have, just like you have the whole the social experience from Nintendo over to your PC now. Now PC gamers also has the Xbox social application over on from Xbox over to the PC now. So that's pretty damn good. DirectX. It looks like DirectX will actually, DirectX 12 that is, will actually go ahead and increase game frame rates on games already. So technically, it doesn't look like it needs to be written directly for DirectX. However, if the functionality does share between DirectX 11 and DirectX 12, which it will, by the way, it's pretty much like this. Say DirectX, pretty much imagine for a second that it's like a macro, for example. So if a game sends information, like a macro information, to DirectX to go ahead and do graphics, say fire, for example. So whatever it is, whatever the macro, maybe we'll just say flame 1.2. It'll go ahead and send it there. Now, if frame 1.2 is one thing in DirectX 11, but then something else in DirectX 12, well, it'll automatically produce what it is in DirectX 12. What that basically means is that as long as the configuration and the coding is pretty much the same, which it does look like it will be, you will see a graphical improvement with all games as soon as the update is actually done. So I'm looking forward to that. Now keep in mind, you won't see the full upgrade until you actually have a game that actually works directly with DirectX 12. So if it's not taking full advantage of it, because obviously there's going to be more macros and more examples on DirectX 12 than there is on DirectX 11. So games that are made on DirectX 11 will have some form of upgrade, but it's games that are actually designed for DirectX 12 which will receive the greatest upgrades. Not only that, but it looks like, just as I figured Microsoft would do, it allows it to go ahead and DirectX 12 pretty much allows more visual power with less resources, as well as less power consumption. So for handheld devices, that's actually going to be really good. Let me see. I already said that. Unity. The Unity engine will actually run DirectX 12 as well, which still puts me back in my original point was, okay, well, which one am I using? Am I using, because you guys know I'm working on a game right now, and I'm still stuck at, which engine do I want to use? Unity or Crytek or Unreal Engine? I'm still in that area there. So another thing that happened, Fable Legends looks like it will be on Windows 10 PC as well as Xbox One. Now with that in mind, it kind of gives us a small bit of time frame in which we will actually see Windows 10, which is in late 2015. Yeah. So yeah, looked like Fable Legends will be available on Xbox One and Windows 10. Also, from what we saw, they were playing together, so which means that it will have cross-play ability. So that's also cool. Let's see. Also this, you got achievements. You also was able to go ahead and get achievements as well in the game too. So you saw like the Windows version get achievement as well as the Xbox One version got achievement. They were playing side by side. Speaking of Xbox One, you will also be able to go ahead and stream games from your Xbox One to your PC. Now, can you do vice versa? I don't see why not. But gonna wait until we actually find out if you can actually do that. I'm gonna wait for word from the horse's mouth, if you will. So far though, it does look like you will be able to do that. Once again, I don't see why not. Now, of course, he also mentioned that because Windows 10 is actually going towards Xbox One, you're going to be able to go ahead and run apps like Excel and stuff like that. Basically, making making Xbox One a sort of PC. That's actually good. Now, with that in mind, though, here's a couple other things, kind of what ifs. So keep in mind, this is a small, slight chance, but a possibility that you may go ahead and be able to play certain PC games on Xbox One. Can you do it? Not 100% sure, but it does look that way-ish. So we're gonna have to see. Depends. Honestly, it honestly depends on if these the way these PC games are run. You know, so you may be able to find like a way to go ahead and put them on there, but if they're not built into the, I think if they're not built into the Windows Store, then it's not going to work. So we gotta hope that these these guys here, they go ahead and kind of bring it over there. We're not 100% sure exactly how that part's going to work, but I'm really hoping it will. Last but not least, so you already know that Sony actually released information on their Project Morpheus. Well, Microsoft has a Project Morpheus Destroyer. Okay, it is called Windows Holographic. Now, Windows Holographic is basically these big-ass nerd glasses, which will go over your eyes like this, and they're transparent. So not only will you be able to see graphics in front of you, but you'll be able to see your world around you as well. It'll also go ahead and scan your room, so that way, you won't bump into anything in there. So if you go full holographic mode, imagine for a second your chair actually, kind of taking the form of a rock, if you will, to kind of block you from actually running into places and whatnot. So, just saying, different. It's a very interesting situation we have going on right here. So that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to. Another thing is that obviously it's going to be compatible with VR technology. If you think about it for a second, with the glasses, just literally put them on, and then it'll go ahead into full holographic mode, thus allowing you to see in virtual reality. So that part really isn't, from a developer point of view, it's going to be VR compatible with very little problem whatsoever. It's literally, I don't want to say flick of a switch, but damn sure it's going to be pretty close to how they're going to do it there. And of course, it's going to be running on Windows 10, so most likely it will be running on Xbox One as well. So literally, that's it in terms of gaming. There was a lot to do to it. One thing I also noticed that with the VR technology it was doing, Windows Holographic, they were able to go ahead and actually dig in and kind of manipulate shapes and whatnot, and just imagine some of the things that this could actually do. I'm really excited for this. I'm like, what? So definitely, yeah, it looks like Project Morpheus. Also, it looked like it also had these wristbands that most likely kind of scanned your hand or whatnot. It looked like that, so it kind of scanned where your hand is directly, and then it looked like there might have been a camera in front of it to go ahead and take a look at what's in front of you, as well as to go ahead and kind of dictate what your hands are doing. This technology is also known on the Oculus Rift as well. So that being said, though, Oculus Rift is not 100% created yet, so don't think it's an Oculus killer. It's probably just a Project Morpheus killer, because it looks like Project Morpheus is already on its finals. But this one they could go ahead and actually, I believe they are actually putting a camera into it already. So there's no problem with that. By this one, I'm pointing at the Oculus, sorry. Yeah, I was pointing at this. Anyway, so that's it for now. I'm going to do more videos on Windows Holographic. You best believe I am going to go ahead and take advantage of it. So yeah, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to be able to see how it works and everything like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think if you haven't watched it already. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.